Hey eBay sellers, it's Suzanne A. Wells, and in this video I'm going to talk about best offer and the formula for accepting or rejecting. I see a lot of you out there asking for percentages or strict rules on when to accept and when to reject an offer. And if you've watched my sales update videos, you'll see that about 75% of what I sell every month is through best offer. So I'm a big believer in using it, and also a big believer in not getting offended when people make low offers, because remember, we're all human. We all want to get stuff for as cheap as possible. So you can't blame somebody for trying. Just don't take it personal. They're doing to you what they do to everybody in the world. This is just the way some people are. So you've got to get over that emotional part of people giving you low offers. It has nothing to do with you or your merchandise or your integrity. It's just that's the way they are. You can't control what other people do. You can only control what you do. So let's go over some things to think about when you get offers as far as should you accept or reject. Okay, the first thing to think about is, what have you personally sold this item for in the past? We seem to get in a routine as resellers of selling the same things over and over again, because when it works, you do more of it. And after a while, you're going to just automatically know that you can get more for an item because you're going to have the experience to draw on. Now, if you're new, you're not going to have that experience yet, but it'll come later. So if you have an item that you have sold for $30 several times in the past, and you just know somebody will pay that, the market will pay that, then you can just automatically decline or counter that offer and wait for that higher price, because you're just going to know from your own experience. The second thing to think about is, how long has the item been listed? If you just listed an item yesterday and you get a low offer, just pass, just counter, because the item hasn't been out there long enough for enough people to see it yet, and just wait. However, if you've had an item listed for a year and it's not moving and you haven't been getting any offers and you're sick of it, you might want to take that offer and get rid of it. You've got a buyer right there in front of you right then, and you could capitalize on that situation, move that item off your plate, and then realize that you don't want to sell that kind of thing anymore because it doesn't sell for as much. The third thing to consider is, do you keep getting offers around the same price? That's the market telling you what the item is worth. It really doesn't matter what you think it's worth. It matters what somebody will pay you for it. So let's say you've had an item listed for 3 months and you've got it listed at $40 and you've gotten 3 offers for $25. That's the market telling you, okay, that's what we're going to pay, $25. You can hold out, you can wait. But when I get offers around the same price over and over again for the same item, that's when it's time to reevaluate and say, okay, this is the market telling me this is what it's worth. The fourth thing you want to think about is, if you've had an item listed for a while and you keep getting low offers, do the research again. Check completeds or wherever you did the research. If it's an item that's not on eBay and you looked on replacements or Etsy or Amazon or wherever you're doing your research, and see, has the market changed for this item? Is it not worth as much as you originally priced it at? And that does happen. As brands and items become more saturated on eBay, the price is going to drop. Scarcity creates value, and when something is not scarce, its value drops. So sometimes these newer brands, they will command a higher price for a while. Then production catches up with demand, more of them show up on eBay, and the price drops. That happens over time. So you want to recheck the completeds or do your research again if you keep getting low offers for an item. Now, you don't want to do this all the time. Maybe every 6 months, if you've got stuff that's not moving, do that research again and see what it's currently selling for. And the last thing is, what is the profit going to be, and is it worth it to you? It really only matters what you want out of that sale. There is no right or wrong way to accept or reject best offers. It's what do you want? And there's all kinds of different situations here. Let's say you got transferred with your job and you're moving in 2 months and you want to downsize your inventory so you don't have to move it. You're going to be willing to take a lot less than somebody else who doesn't have that situation going on. Or let's say you've gotten in a bind, your spouse has lost their job and money's tight and your electric bill is due in a few days and you need money. You're going to take lower offers because you need cash. And we've all done that. I've done that. There are certain times during the month where there's no cash flow and you've got to do what you've got to do to get your bills paid. So that has nothing to do with anybody else but you. So don't buy into needing a specific formula to accept or reject offers, because it's really all about the individual seller and all of these factors I've just explained. You know, what's it worth to you in your situation at that moment? And unfortunately, there's just no way to make a blanket statement that says best offer should be accepted if this, because there's just too many different factors to consider when those offers come in. You may take less for something tomorrow than you would have 2 weeks ago. It just depends on what's happened during that time. I know that's probably not what you wanted to hear in this video. You probably wanted a very specific formula for accepting or rejecting. Check out my video about 8 ways to consider best offers. There's a lot more to think about than what I've talked about in this video. So I hope this helped you, giving you a checklist of some things to consider. As always, I love your comments, like or dislike this video. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.